All right, my jewels. So we're about to use the 4-in-1 sterilizer. You need to start with clean bottles. These are my clean bottles right here with the nipples and all my accessories that go with the bottles. Because you want to make sure you have a healthy baby. So you want to make sure you clean your bottles thoroughly before sterilizing. Okay? So, all right. So you want to start by plugging up your Philip Avent 4-in-1 sterilizer. You can't use it unless you plug it up. So you want to plug it up to make sure that you get the full use out of it. Because it is an electric sterilizer. It's not one of those where it's microwavable. Now, I grabbed a bottle because you need 100 milliliters of fresh clean water using a clean bottle. And again, these bottles are already clean, so it's good to go. And have to sterilize it anyway, so it doesn't matter if I get water in it or not. So you're going to use 100 milliliters. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to pour it inside of the silver tray. And once you get all of the water poured in there, that's when you can begin your process of sterilization. Now, so what I'm going to do now is grab the middle base part, which is the biggest part of the sterilizer. And this is the section of the sterilizer where the bottles go. You can see on the inside there the vents, and you see there's bottle shapes in the middle of those circles. This is what lets you know that you can put the bottles there. So again, I'm going to place my bottles in here, and this is another Philips bottle. I love their products. I'll tell you guys about that bottle a little later in another video. So you just want to start placing your bottles inside of your sterilizer. It doesn't matter a particular order or anything, just as long as they're over a vent so that they can get the steam coming up from the bottom. I'm going to also put in here one of my nipple rings because I just like to use the space. I only had 4 bottles to clean, and I don't want to just not use the space when I can. I mean, it's big enough to use, so I'm going to do so by using it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is place the top basket, which is for the nipples and any other type of lids for bottles or caps if you have any, pacifiers, and any other bottle accessories. So that's me. Yeah, you might hear my baby in the background. She's okay. Now, you want to put your nipples in there above the vents also, just like you did your regular bottles at the bottom, and your nipples, your nipple rings. If you have any pacifiers, you can put them in there also. We want to make sure they fit and they're good. All right, and this I'm putting in here is a this goes to my anti-colic bottle that I have, my Philip that I told you about earlier. And I'm just going to stuff it in here. I mean, it'll fit. It's small. It's going to all sterilize the same. And what you do next, once you have everything in, is you're going to close it up. So once you have it closed up, now this is where the fun begins. You can begin the process of sterilizing your bottles. So what you're going to do is you'll see down here at the bottom, there's the on off button. I'm just going to press this on button. And you'll see the red light comes on, which means that it's time to sterilize. Once that red light goes off, the other light where you see the check mark, it will turn green to let you know that it's available. It's ready for you to open up so that you won't burn yourself. Because if it gets too hot and then you open it up, you could possibly get some burns. Now, we'll be back once it finishes. All right, this process takes about 7 or 10 minutes for your bottles to sterilize thoroughly. So we should be getting, there it goes. Now we have a green light, which means that our bottles are complete. I'm going to remove these because I have more bottles that I cleaned and have soaking that need to be sterilized also. Or if you wanted to, you could, leave them there a little while longer until the green light goes off. All right, so once it's complete, I just open up the lid, and as you can see, you see where the steam's there. You can see it in your nipples that there are steams. I'm just going to take my tongs and remove them. And their small tongs come with the sterilizer. I'm just going to remove them and place them back on the tray, the rack, so they can start drying off. But just like I told you before, the Philips 4-in-1 doesn't have a dryer, so you're going to have to dry them yourself or leave them out on the rack for them to dry themselves versus the sterilizer actually doing it for you. And this is how your bottles will look at the bottom once they're complete. You can see all the steam inside the bottles. You'll just remove those the same way you do the nipples. That was the Philips Avent 4-in-1 sterilizer. I hope you enjoyed to figure out how to use it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and come back. Peace.